Yo, what is up, my dudes? I'm back with another video. This time I'm gonna be, titling it, my childhood stories from Creepsmcpasta. Cause I've listened to him since I was, like, 13 or 14, so, there are several stories that come to my mind when I think that I've listened to when I was really young. The first one that comes to my mind is The Veiled Girl. And this one starts off with excuse me, sorry, my stuttering activated. This one starts off with the narrator. From what I remember, he went to, like, a church service, and there was this girl covered by a veil. And side note, I used to read it as the veiled girl. Keyword veiled. I used to read it as that, and then I learned later that it was veiled. So I thought that I would say that, that I used to call it something completely different because I just read it as that always. So this story starts off with the narrator in church and all that. From what I remember, I'll go into the stuff that I remember. So he was at church and he noticed this girl covered by a veil, and eventually he goes into, like, an attic and whatnot, and he hears this crunchy type chewing type noise, and he gets closer and closer and closer until he sees it's the girl, basically. And this girl, I will describe what the girl looked like, and if you don't want to be creeped out, just click off the video. This girl had dark black hair, sickly, like, dark gray skin, and a bloodied mouth, and the most prominent feature, pitch black eyes. At this point, the narrator sees what she's chewing on, and I think she chewed on her legs or her arms, I forget which. Needless to say, there was a girl found the next day who was, I don't know if she was deceased or not, I don't really remember. I don't remember what was found. It might have been the girl, it might have been just the legs or whatever, I don't remember exactly which, but that eventually ends the story. The next one on the list is The Evil Lunch Lady, or just the Lunch Lady. This one starts off with the narrator actually talking about a lunch lady and them just being fed, like, this stuff that they have to eat. And eventually him and his buddies, and friends, I think they stay after school or something goes on, and this is when the scary stuff starts to happen. His friend goes towards the door to try to leave, and they were actually picked off one by one by the lunch lady, and eventually his friend was actually killed by her, the one who tried to leave, and he couldn't leave because the doors were, like, I think they were chained shut. I forget if they were just locked or chained shut. I forget which. But yeah, eventually she captured the main character and forced him to eat his friend's remains. It's just disgusting. It was just awful, and And yeah, that's how the story ends. And the big one, Mario Creepypasta. This is one of my favorite Mario Creepypastas. This one starts off with the narrator getting a new game, and it starts off with Mario going in to Dinosaur Land, and everything seems alright until he enters some of the levels. Some of the levels, one of them was titled Go Back. Another one, I forget what the other ones were titled, but each one was just titled some strange thing. And yeah, eventually he gets to the castle or the fortress, and the fortress is just covered by these weird message blocks, and each one of them has like code in it, or some like regular or some like a weird message, and he beats Iggy basically, and he goes on to the next one. He goes on to the final level of the game, and it said, "There's no way out of here. Fly away." And Mario could either stay in this hell type place forever, or get the cape or wings or whatever and rise to go to heaven. And you think that you're just stuck in this place until the true darkness actually begins. Because if you go to the right side, you enter the final stage, the true final stage of the game. In this stage, you are given a mushroom, and there are these doors that you cannot enter. And you think that you're trapped in this infinite type place of doors, until you go to the right side of the wall, and you enter the final area of the game. And this is just a pit, basically. A small ledge and then a pit. And eventually Mario goes down the pit, and he actually just dies, basically. It was like a corrupt world of Dinosaur Land, where he like atoned for his sins or something. He did some messed up crime, and he just took his own life. He was taken into this other Dinosaur Land hell type place, and he was consumed by the darkness and just took his own life, basically. And yeah, it is still one of my favorite Mario Creepypastas, and one of my favorites, Creepsmcpasta and stuff. But and I forgot the most messed up part. There was a victim that her eyeballs were gouged out, and they had unidentified fingerprints all over their body, and you start to wonder, is this person victim number one Princess Toadstool? And this is the most messed up part of this creepypasta. You get a picture of the victim number one at the very end, and it's just messed up. Her eyes are pitch black, and it's just messed up. And I love the twist at the end where it actually shows the victim and all of that. And there were people, including myself, actually speculating, is that victim number one? And yeah, it's just a messed up story. It's not the first Mario Creepypasta that I listened to, but it's definitely one of my favorites. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, guys. Those are three of the stories that I listened to from Creepsmcpasta when I was younger. And I even listened to him while playing Mario and Luigi Paper Jam on another story, Will You Play With Me? That's another one that I listened to when I was a lot younger. But I will not go into that one, of course, because I'm kind of running out of time and all that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, peace out.